see. He has brought that thing. You should go in hall and from where they can see all, you should arrange. So today, is the same day, Vijayadashmi. In Chaitanya Charitamrita we see that when Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was in Puri, or anywhere I don't remember, that very day came and Chaitanya Mahaprabhu became Ram, like Ram. He called all the monkeys. Monkeys were jumping here, there. Who is monkey? Murari Gupta, Srivas, and all were monkeys. And began to jump here. Then with the branches of the tree, they took away all the Jagannath. And where is Raman? Where is Ravan? And were jumping here and there. Nityananda Prabhu also took some, like bow, and where is Meghnad? Where is all demons? I will kill them all. In mood of Lakshman. Lakshman in the mood of. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu also has played the mood of Ram. So today is it. That day, very pious day. Today, you know, Madhvacharya.
Gaur Premanandi. Wasn't that great? Questions?
What was he saying about Mayavads?
He said all Mayavads, that is those who think that Krishna's form, qualities, name, everything is all Maya. This world is Maya, God is Maya. The only truth is the impersonal Brahman. And I am also that impersonal Brahman. So that's what Ravana wanted. I will take away the power. He will be Nirvishesh Brahman. He won't have anything, any power. And so I will be God. And because I'll be able to kill him, because he won't have any power. Any other clarification? So today is a day. Everyone can think, what do I want to start today? As an individual, as a temple?
I actually do have a question.
Yeah.
So, similarly to what was it called? Akshaya Tritiya?
Yeah, there are three. Akshaya Tritiya, the day that the Gaudiya Vedanta Samiti started, with Srila Bhakti Brigand Keshava Goswami Maharaj, and our Prabhupada was the co-signer, one of the two co-signers. And this day, and I forget the other day just now.
So, on one of those auspicious days, I started some things that I definitely didn't continue. So, when we hear that it's like promises or things that you start on that day are indestructible, is that just a symptom of my ill will, or?
Why didn't you continue?
Because probably a variety of reasons. I didn't feel strong enough. Didn't feel like I had enough time to do all the things that I tried to do. Committed to too much.
If we're committed to it, it will be indestructible. It of itself won't fall apart. Like there's still the Gaudiya Vedanta Samiti, although it took another name and another form. Like, I'm going to chant 64 rounds a day, then in 2 days, nah, it's too hard, I have too many things to do. It's not the fault of the auspicious day. Any other clarifications of what Gurudev said? And it was interesting because yesterday Vasanti and I were discussing this, and that some great personalities say this is the same as Dasaraha, the day that Ram killed Ravana. And she was saying, well, look at this proof. We have the reference in the Chaitanya Charitamrita, or even Lord Chaitanya on this day was enacting Ram Lila, and they were all going out with their bows and arrows and sticks and things. And the coward boys were all dressed up as monkeys. So that proves it was the day for killing. But no, it didn't, because Gurudev used that same argument. Okay. So I'm just going to read the few pages from Srimad Bhagavatam. Srimad Bhagavatam is a zip summary of the Ramayana. That is Canto 9, Chapter 10, 11. While wandering in the forest, where he accepted a life of hardship, carrying his invincible bow and arrows in his hand, Lord Ramchandra deformed Ravana's sister, who was polluted with lusty desires, by cutting off her nose and ears. Gurudev was saying this morning that Ram told Lakshman, hurry up and cut off her nose and ears, otherwise she'll eat Sita. Because Suparnaka thought Sita's the cause of my not marrying Ram. So I'll just get her out of the way. He also killed her 14,000 Rakshasa friends, headed by Kar, Trisir, and Dushan. So that means just single-handedly, Ram and Lakshman killed the 14,000. O King Parikshit, when Ravana, who had 10 heads on his shoulders, heard about the beautiful and attractive features of Sita, who wasn't really Sita, she was Maya Sita, because Ram in their cottage had just told her, okay, I'm going to send you to the abode of Agni, the fire guard, and you'll stay there under his protection, and there'll be an illusory Sita. So the real Sita was well aware. This was like a drama that they were doing. His mind was agitated with lusty desires, and he went to kidnap her. To distract Lord Ram from his ashram, Ravana sent Marich in the form of a golden deer. And when Lord Ramchandra saw the wonderful deer, he left his residence and followed it, and finally killed it with a sharp arrow, just as Shiva killed Daksha. So yesterday, Gurudev was saying that when Bibhisan, the brother of Ravana, but a good guy, a devotee of Lord Ram, came and surrendered to Ram after he had already told his brother, you made a mistake to kidnap Sita, give her back, surrender to Ram, or at least don't fight with him. Ravana was furious to hear that. But Vibhisan didn't pay any attention, and he went to Ram's camp to take shelter of him. So all of Ram's army, all of his commanders and everybody, associates, told him, don't believe him. This is a trick. These people are always doing tricks. Like Ravana, he disguised himself as a sannyasi to trick Sita. Then he sent Marichi to disguise himself as a deer, golden deer. So this is probably the same thing. So Ram was determined. He said, if anybody once comes to me and sincerely says, I am yours, then I never leave him and I protect him from Maya. So he was determined to accept him, and of course he was right. When Ramchandra entered the forest, and Lakshman was also absent, the worst of the Rakshasas, Ravana, kidnapped Sita, the daughter of the king of Videha, just as a tiger seizes unprotected sheep when the shepherd is absent. Then Lord Ramchandra wandered in the forest with his brother Lakshman as if very much distressed due to separation from his wife. Thus, he showed by personal example the condition of a person attached to women. And in the purport, Srila Prabhupada said, Sita was very, very, very powerful. She could have destroyed the whole army of Ravana herself, because she is the power of Ram. Without her, Ram can't do anything. But still, she played her human lila, human-like pastimes of being helpless and when unprotected, being exploited. That's why in the Bhagavad Gita, that's one of the reasons Krishna told Arjuna that you have to fight this war, otherwise all the women will be exploited by unscrupulous men, because they're more powerful generally. And so Prabhupada is spending a couple of pages talking about protection of women. Like he said that just 50 years ago, good work Haridas, he said that just 50 years ago, his mother, just to go to a neighbor, would be carried in a palanquin with like a curtain, so that no lusty men could see her. Because if a lusty man sees a woman, especially if she's not covered properly, then he'll do something, I forget what you call it, but by his lusty looking at her, he can pull away her power. So the chastity keeps the lady's power. Prabhupada once said in New Jersey, when me and another devotee went to visit him, when he was having a human-like pastime of a heart attack, and he was staying in New Jersey, he said, he pointed to one of those Indian prints of Draupadi, and she's like that, and Duryodhana and Dushasana is trying to take off her sari, and she's trying to hold on to it. So Prabhupada said, the woman should be so covered that even the sun, S-U-N, cannot see her, and who can hide themselves from the sun. And then he expressed appreciation of the Sikh ladies who just have this showing. He said, that's very nice, they protect themselves. Lord Ramchandra, whose lotus feet are worshipped by Lord Brahma and Lord Shiva, had assumed the form of a human being. Thus he performed the funeral ceremony for Jatayu, who Gurudev just said now is, Jatayu is a vulture. But, vulture? Eagle. And so, who's the vulture? The vulture is, Kamba. Huh? Who? Kakabusandi is the crow. And he even became the spiritual master of Garuda, which shows that it doesn't matter what you are. It matters how Krishna conscious you are, which doesn't depend on what material situation you're from. Anyway, so he said that Jatayu is not a bird. They're all either demigods or associates of Ram in Upper Vaikuntha, means Ayodhya. He performed the funeral ceremony of Jatayu, who was killed by Ravan. The Lord then killed the demon named Kabanda, and after making friends with the monkey chiefs, killing Bali, and arranging for the deliverance of Mother Sita, he went to the beach of the ocean. After reaching the beach, Ram fasted for 3 days, and here on the lecture he said 5, awaiting the arrival of the ocean personified. When the ocean did not come, the Lord exhibited his pastimes of anger, And simply by his glancing over the ocean, all the living entities in the ocean started trembling in fear. When the personified ocean fearfully approached the Lord, taking all the paraphernalia for worshiping him, falling at the Lord's feet, the personified ocean spoke as follows: O all-pervading Lord, we are dull-minded and did not understand who you are. But now we understand that you are the Supreme Person, the Master of the entire universe, the unchanging and original personality of Godhead. The demigods are infatuated with the modes of passion, with the mode of goodness. The Prajapatis means literally the fathers, Praja, Patis, the fathers of mankind. They're the sons of Brahma, who Brahma ordered to progenate the entire universe with progeny. So the word Jadadiya refers to intelligence like an animal. That's why Varuna said he was dull-minded. A person with such intelligence cannot understand the Lord. Without being beaten, an animal can't understand the purpose of a man. Similarly, those who are dull-minded can't understand the Lord, but when punished severely, isn't that what it takes? 36,000 years of fire at the end of every day of Brahma, 36,000 years of flood. And we've been through that millions of times. But Maya is so strong that we forgot. And we go on like we're going to live forever. But when punished severely by the modes of nature, they begin to understand. So that's the answer to why Krishna created a world full of suffering. Right? Because we're dull-minded. We can only understand by getting beaten. There's a Hindi poet who said, when one is distressed, he goes to the church or temple to worship the Lord. But when opulent, he forgets the Lord. Therefore, punishment by the Lord through the material nature is necessary in human society. For without it, men forget the supremacy of the Lord due to their dull, blunt intelligence. So what's that called? Jadadiya. Jadadiya. How are you, Vasanti? O Lord, you may use my water as you like. Indeed, you may cross it and go to the abode of Ravana, who is the great source of disturbance and crying. The word Ravana includes the word crying. Crying for the three worlds. He is the son of Visrava, but he is condemned. Like there's two kinds of sun. The sun that, S-O-N, the sun that comes out like a devotee, he's a son. And the son that comes out as a non-devotee, or later becomes a non-devotee, he's called urine. Two things that come out of the man's genitals is the sun and urine. Please go kill him, and thus regain your wife Sita. O great hero, although my water presents no impediment to your going to Lanka, because you could just jump over or swallow the whole thing, please construct a bridge over it to spread your transcendental fame. And that bridge is still there. Not the bridge because it was dismantled. Ram dismantled it when there was no need, but It's still there, whatever he left is left. Yeah, from space? Mm. Upon saying this wonderfully uncommon deed of your lordship, all the great heroes and kings in the future will glorify you. So while the monkeys were throwing the boulders and they were all floating, Ram was hiding. He was thinking, I wonder how they got those boulders to float just by writing the name Ram. They wrote the name Ram on the rocks. Jai Sri Ram. So Ram thought, what if I throw a rock? So he threw the rock, but it didn't float. So then Gurudev's purport is, whoever chants the name of Ram, their activity is successful. But whatever Ram throws, that doesn't stay. So we don't want to be thrown. So after who's speaking? Good. Two. Maharaj Burkett. After constructing a bridge over the ocean by throwing into water the peaks of mountains, whose trees and other vegetation had been shaken by the hands of great monkeys, Lord Ram went to Lanka to release Sita from the clutches of Ravan. With the direction and help of Bibhisan, Ravan's brother, the Lord, along with the monkey soldiers, headed by Sugriva, Nila, Hanuman, entered Ravana's kingdom, which had previously been burnt. Hanuman had already burnt it down with his tail. Okay, so we're going to end here because this was just about the trip. Okay, Gaur Premanandi, Panchakopatruvyascha Kripasindubhyevacha, Paritanam Pavanebhyo, Vaishnavebhyo Namo. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Nitai Gaura Hari Bol, Hari Bol. Nitai Gaura Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol. Go Premanand.